Namaste yogis. Welcome to your Wednesday warm-up. I'm Carter, and today we're going to practice on our balance. If you're tight in hamstrings, you may want to grab yourself a block or some books or maybe a paper towel roll. Let's get to our mat. All right, yogis, let's start in child's pose. You can take your block, if you have one, just put it in front of your mat. And then we're just going to bring our big toes together, open up our knees, and extend our arms out in front of us. Tuck the chin and soften the belly. And to start with balance, we're going to start to balance out our breath pattern. So check out the inhalation and exhalation. Whichever one is shorter or more shallow, expand it so it matches the one that's longer. Bring your awareness to the transition from the inhalation to exhalation and exhalation to inhalation. Are you pausing? Are you moving right into the breath? And whichever one feels more comfortable, make sure the top and the bottom of the inhalation exhalation mirror one another. So your breath pattern should be fairly balanced now. The inhalation and exhalation mirror one another. The transitions mirror one another. And throughout practice, it may expand in depth and quality. And that's okay. But trying to see if we can keep the inhalation and exhalation pretty smooth with one another. Relax the jaw and forehead. Allow the left side of the brain to take a break. Allow the focus to be on the sensation of the body. And allow the mind to kind of stay out of it so we steer clear of judgment or critique. And then gently bring yourself up into table. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And let's do a little bit of balance in table pose. Bring the knees a little closer together. Straighten your right knee and extend your right leg. None of this practice today is fast, so take your time. Come onto your left fingertips. So I like to prep before I go into any balance pose. This is spinal balance. So onto the fingertips, give yourself a moment, and then take the left hand off the ground. Slowly start to extend and straighten the left elbow. You can start to lift the chin and lift the chest, and you can lift that right heel a little bit higher. So in spinal balance, we're starting to wake up the connection of the body and the mind. If you're here and you're like, wow, this is so easy, I can't believe it, I wish I had another option, well, I'm going to give you another option. Let's take the left arm out to the left. Take that right leg out to the right. They call this goofy airplane. A little bit more challenging in heat through the right hip and lower back. A little bit more challenge in the balance. Inhale, come back to center. Bend your right knee so your right heel comes towards the hip. Take the left hand back, grab the foot, ankle, or shin, and press as you lift the thigh, lift the chin, lift the chest. So not only are we balancing in the breath, not only are we balancing literally with the body, but we're also balancing with the intensity. So I find these couple poses a little bit intense. So we're going to see if we can do something a little bit softer. So let's take the right hand down. Draw that right knee towards the belly or the chest. Step the right foot between the hands. And then draw the hips back just a little bit so you can feel the right hamstring wake up a little. Draw the hips forward. Take your right foot, scoot it towards the left hand. And then lower that right knee down, drop the right hip. So your right shin is parallel to the front of the mat. That back knee is bent, could be a little bit straighter. And you're just going to lean towards your right foot. So you may want to grab that foot and you're just going to come forward. So it's a hip opener, but it's a little bit more gentle than like a full-on half pigeon pose. So we're just going to lean it towards the right foot. And we're going to feel that gentle sensation through the right hip. So there's a lot of adjustment that you can make here. You can press, you can grab, you can come forward. Find that spot and breathe. Check in with the inhalation and exhalation. We're just creating the foundation of the body, the foundation of the day, and making sure that not only are we balanced in the body, but balanced in the mind. Not thinking too much, not thinking too little. Hence the yin-yang guitar shirt I'm wearing. Yes, I do think about what I'm going to wear in practice. Well, sometimes I don't. All right, lift your torso on up. Let's sweep this left leg around. And let's take that left shin in front of the right shin. Take the hands to the knees and make some circles with the torso. You're going to go one direction and then the other direction. And then we're just going to come forward. Soften, tuck the chin, a breath or two. We're creating the foundation of the practice as well as the foundation of the day. So before we do any like one foot standing stuff, I want to make sure that our hips are open and we're connected with the body, because there's a good chance that we're going to fall out of these poses, and I want to be able to give us the best opportunity to stay in these poses the best we can. Inhale, come on up. Take your hands behind you, take your feet to the floor, just windshield wiper your knees side to side. You can even twist in the opposite direction of the knees. And then let's come into a boat pose. So lift the feet up. You can use the hands on the knees or hamstrings. You can lift the feet, maybe straighten the knees. And we're going to engage the belly. And the reason why I want to address the core is because in balance poses, we're drawing the belly up and in. So it's fairly important that the belly is awake. So I just want to wake it up. A breath. And this is a balance pose in the hips in itself, right? So you're trying to balance here. Let's cross at the ankles. Draw your feet towards you. Roll over the knees and feet. Plant the hands. Come into down dog. Shake your head. Big inhale, slow exhale. A little wag of the tail. Into table pose. Cat cow. If you've ever done yoga practice, you'll notice that one of the things that we do in practice is we always do right side, left side. We always try to balance ourselves out through practice. So in addition to all these other things, there is this energetic pattern. Left knee straightens. Flex the left foot, left toes straight down, hips square to the mat. Come on to your right fingertips. Left hand comes underneath that shoulder. Spread the left fingertips nice and wide. Then you're going to go a little bit lighter on the fingertips and extend the right arm. Right? So ribs and belly draw in, extend with the right arm, gazes over the right thumb. If you're looking for more, right arm sweeps out to the right, left leg sweeps out to the left. It's called goofy airplane. I like any pose that has the word goofy in it. So it'll ignite the left hip, the left glute. It'll challenge your balance. And then inhale back to center. Left knee bends, right hand reaches back, foot, ankle, or shin. Push the foot into the hand, lift the thigh, lift the chin, lift the chest. All right, right hand comes down, left knee towards the belly, chest. Step that left foot forward. Draw the hips back as the left knee gets a little straighter. Get the sensation of the left hamstring. You can even roll onto the left heel to wake up the calf. Balance out your breath pattern again. Make any adjustments that support the sensation in the body. And then the left knee bends. Left foot finds the floor and it scoots to the right hand. and lower the left knee and the left hip to the ground. So you're going to adjust with the left shin being parallel to the front of the mat. The right knee bent a little or a lot. Again, I don't need your right hip to square to the floor like we're doing half pigeon, although that's always available if you're up for it. But for today, we're just going to make sure that left shin's parallel, the left knee's in 90 degrees, and then we're going to lean the heart towards that left foot. So you can grab the foot and hold it, and you can lean down or maybe even go towards the foot. Make the adjustments and soften. So we're working through body, the mind, the breath. And it's quite often that for a lot of us, we get out of balance. I mean, if we're not paying attention to breath pattern, it's usually fairly shallow, the inhalation and exhalation. Our bodies are usually out of balance because for a lot of us, we're sitting at a desk for a lot of the day, so we're not moving enough. For others, we're standing all day long and we're not resting enough. So the balance is something that we look at through every aspect of our lives. Am I eating too much, too little, too fast, too slow? Am I eating healthy foods? Am I eating foods that are high in nutrients? Or am I eating too much of the stuff that's like too processed? What's my relationships like? Am I calling and contacting with somebody that I haven't? Do I want to create relationships that support me, or am I cultivating something that is not? Right? These questions are something that is a great way to balance out every aspect of our body, our lives. Come on up. Sweep your right leg around. Bring your right shin in front of your left shin. Hands to knees or thighs, circles with the torso. Checking out the sensation, breathing deep and free, and coming forward with the hands and softening down. And one of the important parts that I look at my life just recently is like, am I doing too much in areas that don't support me? Am I wasting energy on things that aren't for my well-being? Am I overextending myself? Inhale, come on up. Unwind the legs. Let's go back into one more boat pose. Lift the feet up, balance on the hips, hands to knees, thighs, or hamstrings, or maybe arms extend out in front of you. Knees can be bent or straight. Cross at your ankles, draw your feet towards you, roll over your feet, plant your hands down dog. Pedal feet, knees, wag your tail, shake your head. Walk your feet to your hands. Come up halfway, flatten, and lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, right foot steps back. Nose towards the knee. Now this is where your block would come in handy if you need it. You're going to bring your right foot up off the ground. So the hands can be on the floor, or they can be on the block, or blocks if you have two. Square the hips. This is standing splits. And let's practice a little. So root the right hand down, block or floor, twist and open, left arm reaches up. Revolve half moon. Now, the left knee can be bent or straight, but you're internally rotating your right thigh, so your right toes are kind of rotating a little bit to the left. And then we're going to go into half moon. So drop the left hand down, block or floor, twist and open, right arm reaches up. I'm using the block today. My hamstrings are really tight. I was busy this weekend. Right hip stacking on top of left hip. Gaze is up towards the right thumb if that balance is there. Let's bring the right hand down. Let's come into airplane. So now we're going to lift on up. The arms open up nice and wide. And we're going to sweep the right leg out in front of us. We're going to take that left hand and we're going to grab the right knee and we're going to twist to the right. So flex the right foot, and if your hamstrings are open, you can take those left peace fingers and grab the right big toe. That's a little bit of a challenge for me, but if you grab the toe, the knee doesn't have to be straight. Think about straight spine. Come back to center, take the right shin on the left thigh, bend the left knee, and sink low. Hands can come to right knee and ankle. Hands could come down to left shin. Hands could come down to floor. The more you bend your left knee, the more sensation in the right hip. So this is a hip opener as well. If you're folding forward, come on up. Extend your right leg out in front of you. Hands to heart center. And then right foot steps down. Ooh. Roll onto your left toes. Roll the ankle. Shake out the leg. Let's do the other side. So come to the front of your mat. Find your block or your paper towel roll or maybe a really big Buddha statue. And then inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Tuck the chin, release the head. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, left foot steps back. Nose towards knee. Hands can be on the floor or you can reach for the block. Come off the back leg. So now we are in standing splits. Standing splits is nose towards knee, hands on block or floor. Maybe grab foot, ankle, or shin. Left leg is lifted. Left hip bone drops a little. We're going to do that revolved half moon. So the left hand grounds down or on the block. Internally rotate your left thigh. So drop the left hip bone. Right arm reaches up. Right knee can be bent or straight. The gaze can be over your right shoulder towards your right thumb. But if the balance isn't there, maybe you're looking down. A moment. Right hand comes down back to standing splits. We're going to switch hands. So right hand roots down, block or floor. Externally rotate left thigh so the left toes roll open. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Gaze up towards that left thumb. Again, if you're up for it. If you're really ambitious, maybe the left hand comes off of wherever it's resting. Left hand comes down. Tuck the chin. Let's come into airplane. So lift your arms up. Arms open up. Take that left leg, bring it out in front of you. Right hand either to the knee or to the big toe as you start to straighten. That's too much for me. Twist to the left. Look for the left thumb. If you have the knee, flex the left foot. Come back to center and take that left shin on the right thigh. Bend the right knee, sink into your hips. Hands to heart center. Options. Hands come to left knee, ankle. Hands could come down to right shin. Hands come down to the floor. The farther you go down, and the more you bend your knee, the more sensation in that left hip. Still balancing. Slowly. Come on up. And extend that left leg out in front of you. Hands to heart center. And then the left foot comes down. Shake out the right leg. Roll into the right toes. Give yourself a little shake out. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Tuck the chin, release the head. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, walk, step or float. Lower through a variation of chaturanga or knees floor cobra. Exhale, down dog. Big inhale, slow exhale. Nice, drop the knees, cross at your ankles. Come to your seat. Hands and knees or thighs. A little bit of movement with the head. Circles, clockwise, counterclockwise. And then take a nice big inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Namaste. Nice work, yogis. Hope you're feeling balanced. If you like this practice, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below. And make sure you subscribe to my channel to keep updated on all the latest content. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.